different people will face different problems. But when you're able to gather a set of about 100 to 200 to 500 problems, you will be able to see some common problems which come across. you know just like we require food for our body on a consistent basis in order to get energy and in order to sustain life, similarly business requires marketing on a consistent basis in order to get more leads, which will get more sales and which will ultimately grow the business. Now, a lot of people, when they do marketing, they're not able to get proper results. And because of this, I'm going to be sharing with you the 5 data points that you need to collect from your customers or from your prospective buyers in order to improve your marketing. Hi, this is me, Sankash Narvekar, and I am a business digital transformation specialist. I help professionals, coaches, and designers to grow their business digitally. And in this particular video, this is exactly what I'm going to be helping you with on what are those 5 things, 5 data points that you need to get from your customers. So without a further ado, let's quickly jump on to my mind map over here. And the point number 1, which can help you improve your marketing, is your customer self-perception. So what does your customer think about themselves? Yeah. So it's very important to first understand that and to understand your customer himself, to understand their minds. So right from the point that they wake up in the morning till the time they sleep at night, or maybe it's the other way around, maybe they wake up late or they sleep late, you need to understand your customer. Because when you're able to understand them, when you exactly know what problems they face, what are their likes, dislikes, how do they live their life, and what is their worldview that they have, how do they see the world, are they very tight-fisted with money, or are they much giving in nature, what is their educational background, what kind of profession do they belong to. When multiple of these things are clear, it will be very easy for you to market them, because you understand, you might be from a particular educational background, you might be from one college, and the kind of things that you talk about might be completely different than the kind of things that other people talk about, right? Also, the age group might be different. Now, for your customers, you got to be specific about what is the specific age group that you want to serve, because this is how your marketing message might change. Maybe there are different age groups that you are serving, but you can't give the same message to the same age group that you're serving, because different age groups might have different aspirations, different problems. Yeah. So the first thing to understand is, what is your customer self perception? Okay. Then the second thing that we need to look into is the customer aspirations and desires. Now, you need to have a proper mechanism, a system, a regular system, which is able to collect this kind of data on what exactly does your customer want, and what are their needs, their aspirations, and what do they desire to have. Because, rather than we pitching about our services and about our business, if we are able to pitch about the customer's desire, that is much easier to get a customer, right? Because that's what they actually want. And if you're giving them what they want, that's the best way in order to get the customers. It's very important to understand what they exactly want. And let me tell you, this step is very difficult, okay? Because when you ask people what they want, they might just give you the surface level desire. But what we really require is the core level desire. For example, maybe you want to buy a car, okay? You want to buy a luxury car, yeah? But why do you want that car? Okay, why do you want it? The ultimate reason over here could be something totally different. Maybe you want it because you want to prove yourself to the world out there. Yeah. Now, when you ask a question, why do you want to prove yourself to the world out there? Now, maybe there could be a reason where there was somebody who wasn't able to witness your worth, where, people weren't able to see how worthy you are. So you get the point over here, right? So when you keep on asking the question why for one desire, you might be able to narrow down to that ultimate core desire that somebody wants. And if you can just straight away work on the core desire rather than working on that subsurface desire, you know what? The customer might be able to resonate with you in a much better manner. Yeah, so that's the second thing, to first understand the core customer aspiration and desire. Then the third thing that we have here is to think about and understand what are the problems that are faced by the customer. Now, just like I gave you the example in the second point, the same way, the problems that people face might not be the real problems that they face. Okay, so it's very important to have a system which can gather data from your customers on asking them what exact problems are they facing with respect to maybe their business, if you are into the B2B market, or maybe with respect to their health or wealth, maybe if you are in a B2C market, right? If what with respect to their relationships. Yeah, so any problems that they are facing needs to be understood. And let me tell you, different people will face different problems, but when you're able to gather a set of about 100 to 200 to 500 problems, you will be able to see some common problems which come across, and you can just group those common problems, because the problems would be similar for everyone. You won't be having different problems. Okay, maybe the wordings will be different of people for the problems, but there will be definitely common problems when you gather a data of about 100 to 200 problems. All right, so this is the third thing which needs to be figured out, on what exact problem are your customers facing. Because when you get this problem, you know and when you put out messages with respect to solving that problem, that is when you will have an amazing attention from your target audience. Okay, so that's the third thing. Now let's move on to the fourth aspect over here, which is, where do your customers hang out? Now, when you understand your customer really well, okay, when you understand what are their aspirations, what do they actually want, when you understand what are their problems, it's now time to put out the message, and it is now time to actually help them with the information that you have. Now, how do you help them? It is really important to understand where do they reside, right? Because a lot of people, they put out messages in the wrong platform, where their customers are not even present. Now, if your customer is not present on that platform, how can you expect a lead from there? It's very difficult, right? So it's very important to understand where your customers are hanging out, and there are two different major places where they can hang out. One is offline and one is online. Okay, as simple as that. Now, if it is offline, okay, you need to think, where are they going? Maybe they're going to some exhibitions, maybe they're going for some seminars, events, or some public places, gym khanas, multiple different places there could be, right? In case if it is online, what are the social media platforms are they consistently visiting? What are the websites that they visit? For every single industry, there are going to be different specific websites that there are, and that is where you can go, and you can put out your message. Okay, and the final thing that we have over here is, what are your customers' resistances and objections? Now, when you put out that message, okay, maybe you do a meeting with them. It could be a one-to-one meeting or one-to-many meeting, or maybe it's not even a meeting. You're putting out a piece of content or something. Now, whenever you put that out, okay, it is really important to understand, what do the audience feel about it? Okay, do they like it or do they don't like it? Because when you are able to understand what are the resistances that they have with respect to approaching you or with respect to buying from you, that is when you can improvise your messaging, and you can improvise the kind of marketing that you are doing. And it's not just about understanding only the resistances and the objections that you are facing. Okay, but it is very important to also understand, because of what reason has someone bought from you. Okay, because when you put out messages, there will be some people who are gravitated towards you, who will actually ask you for something. Maybe they attend your webinars, maybe they attend a call with you, maybe they book a call with you. Now, it is very important to understand, what made this person actually book a call with me. What made this person to come to me and feel interest in my content. And that is something that you need to consistently ask, and consistently have a mechanism in order to get this information, because that is what you might have to focus on more in the future. Okay, and this is based on experience. There was a time where I used to put out a lot of content, but a lot of people weren't able to align. And when I actually started doing and documenting all of these things, Currently, I have a data point, hundreds and hundreds of data points on all of these factors, which actually help me to understand what my customers want. Okay. So if you found this video to be useful, please type in useful in the comment box. And also don't forget to subscribe to my channel so that you never ever miss any of these future informative videos from me. Also, in case if you too are a professional, if you are a coach, or if you too are a designer, and if you want to know how do you digitalize your expertise and your business, and how do you get a lot of customers in the process, I would like to invite you to my upcoming webinar. I've given down the link in the description below. You can just go on to sankash.co/control, and you can register for my next upcoming webinar, where I will be coming live and I'll be sharing much more than what I've shared over here. Okay. So awesome. Thank you so much for watching this video till the end. If you have been till here, thank you so much. See you in the next one. Until then, bye bye and take care.